Hi guys, so price of Bitcoin made a little of a move yesterday, so I decided to make an update today. What we can see is that we actually broke first resistance over here, $9,280, which potentially means that we may go a little higher with more confidence. However, just very recently we dropped below that, and now we are testing it from the bottom, so we need to really go above it again. And also, in addition to that, we didn't go above $9,400, which would be much more bullish. Like if we'll go like to something like $9,500, it would be much better. But at the same time, although the high here was higher than this one, on RSI the highs are lower, which is a bearish divergence, and we see how it played out. Well, let's hope that the price will go actually above the level of $9,200, $9,280 once again, and we will see the continuation of the growth. But so far I wanted to point out a couple of things which I think are important, and first of them is the kind of a resemblance of the situation right now and what we had before. Namely, you remember we dropped from $12,000 over here, then it was kind of a sideways price action, then another drop, not that strong as the previous one, then again sideways, and the new high higher than basically this sideways area, and then we made an attempt to grow more, but it failed and we went lower, then another like a potential reversal, but also it didn't go through, and then we continued to go lower, and we dropped a lot over here. So in this situation it's also very similar. So we had the drop like here, we had the drop here, and then sideways with a little bit higher highs over here on the way, the same way as we had there, then drop also similar, and then sideways, and then rise above the sideways which we had before, so rise the same as here. And after that, an second attempt to make the surge above the previous high, above this one, and it failed, and we are going down with a kind of a reversal pattern over here, this rounded local bottom, but also it was the same over here, and then we had the drop after that. So I wouldn't be surprised. I don't say that this is like what will happen, but it looks very similar. This is called a fractal, and although those are not often, or maybe I would say at least not always, play out, but again, I wouldn't be surprised if this will happen. And also notice the RSI resemblance, also very similar to what we had before. And the second thing I wanted to point out is the fact that we reached the overbought condition on both stochastic and stochastic RSI, and we had the bearish crossover on a 4 hours time frame, which is not really good every time we have that. Like for example here, it was the drop after that. And moreover, let's say these two highs over here and these two highs are forming a bearish divergence. So you see here it was the lower high, here it was the higher high. It is a hidden bearish divergence, which means we might go lower from there. And considering the fact that this is a 4 hours time frame, we may go quite a lot, I mean to the downside. Finally, with all that said, we have the CME price closed at $9,255, and now the price is like $9,260 or above that, depending on the exchange. But if we will not go lower and will not open the next week trading below $9,250, then it will be another gap, which means that it will be a second gap which is not filled yet. And yeah, all of those people who are looking at that might consider shorting in expectation of this second gap will be filled, like maybe together with the first one. And yeah, I'm not fan of the gaps to be filled theory, but you know, people could make it a self-fulfilling prophecy. So this is another point of consideration. Still, I'm remaining relatively bullish, especially after the fact that we didn't go lower from this point. Although you see on this rise, it's important to notice that the volume is still going down, and this fact is also a little bit alarming. So I wouldn't say we need to like sell or go short right now, but still situation is really unstable, at least in my opinion. But we'll see how it will evolve. I will try to make an update tomorrow. So far, that is it for today. I hope that it was useful, and thank you for watching.